All right. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Kotsko's Corner. This week, we are discussing week number 6 of the BWBL season. We're going to recap last week's games, go through power rankings, and we're going to go through this week's games. Hopefully, they get played because they're supposed to be rated in the forecast. But we'll just have to see. So, talking about last week's games, Scare Hitless took game 1 over 570, 14-12. Jonathan Fernandez and Mike Simon each homered, and Josh Quick struck out 10 in the victory. And then Scare Hitless took game 2 and the sweep, 17-6. James Canesso, who had his Scare Hitless debut, he drove in 5 runs, and Josh Quick homered and drove in 4. Nick Pugh struck out 7 in the victory. There was a bit of a gap in between. There were only 3 series. Five Locos took game 1, 12-11 in 6 innings. Joe Dewar drew a walk-off bases-loaded walk to get the win. Zach Artem hit a home run and had 6 RBIs. Dewar struck out 13 in the victory. For RK, Jagger McDonald hit a grand slam. RK took game 2 in a 1-0 pitcher's duel. Dylan Domzalski hit a walk-off home run that hit off the right field foul pole. Teddy Krause struck out 10 in the win. Zach Artem struck out 11 in the loss for 5 Locos. And in the nightcap, the False Idols took game 1, 15-0. Brett Kalady led the way with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Everyone in the False Idols lineup, except yours truly, homered, which means it was Hannon, Stu Kalady, James Yarbrough, Dave Brigido each homered. And then in game 2, it was another 15-0 victory for False Idols. Tom Hannon became the all-time leader in pitching wins with 69. He struck out 4 in the win. Brett Kalady, Tom Hannon, Ziabro, and Mike Cinti each homered. And now, for the BWBL Power Rankings, Kotsko's Corner Edition. At number 8, we have the Jenkins Owls. They haven't played in 2 weeks. Will we see them this week? Time will tell. At number 7, we have the 570. Hello there. At number 7, we have 570. I thought they could have taken game 1, but wasn't meant to me. Number 6, we have Bases Loaded. Will their only wins be against the Jenkins Owls? Time will tell. At number 5, we have Scared Hitless. Scared Hitless got a sweep, and they have won 4 straight games. And they have Bases Loaded coming up this week. At number 4, we have RK. RK had a big win off 5 Locos. They are going to be, I think that RK is going to be interesting. They got a big one this week, though. At number 3, we have the Kings of the North. They were off last week. However, they still have a very good 1-2 punch in Alex Fashilo and Steve Dotzel, and a really good hitting lineup that's powered by also both of them. At number 2, we have the 5 Locos. Solid pitching staff, one of the deepest staffs in my opinion. And their hitting lineup did pretty good last week, as a matter of fact, without Augie at 100%. Augie did play game 2, but it wasn't their game 1, and they were missing Max Alby. They were missing a few guys. But they ended up getting a split of RK, and yeah. And at number 1, we got the False Idols, who have won 7 straight games. And they have a big one this week with RK. Now, on to this week's matchups. We got in the first series, and this is probably the series of the week. It's going to be False Idols and RK. You're probably thinking, I'm thinking to myself, False Idols sweep. I just don't see a way. I mean, really depends. I feel like It depends on the pitching matchups. Though I will say, I think they can very easily take. I think False Idols are going to take both games. Just in my opinion, I don't know what Arcade's planning. If they're going to have Teddy go up against Cinti, or they're going to have Teddy go up against Brett, but we'll just have to see how it goes. In the second series, we have the Owls playing the Kings. Now 570 was off this past. Now 570 was supposed to play this week, but they are off. So we are just going about the Owls. So the Owls Kings was actually a makeup from last week. That's why there was no game this week. So, but either way, I will go with a Kings sweep. Oh, and there was also some news that, so speaking of Dylan Domzalski, he hit the walk-off. He got traded to the Jenkins Owls. Yeah, that happened. Walk-off home run, gets traded. Shame on them. Next, we got the Owls and 5 Locos. All signs point to a 5 Loco sweep. We'll have to see how that one ends. I feel like that one's just going to be That's going to be interesting enough. Let's see how that one goes. And then in the night game, we have Scared Hitless, Bases Loaded. Bases Loaded has given Scared Hitless some games over Scared Hitless' entire existence. Bases Loaded has given Scared Hitless everything they have. They just wake up for that series. It would be very fascinating. I'm just thinking, I think Scared Hitless sweeps this one, but I would not be at all surprised if Bases Loaded got one game. I think they're going to be really close games. I would not be surprised though if those games are going to be. I feel like those games are going to be close. It's something I don't think. It's something I find interesting with this game, is that I think Scared Hitless wins this one. That's all I got for it. So if you want the repeat of the power rankings, Jenkins Owls, 570, Bases Loaded, Scared Hitless, RK, Kings, 5 Locos, False Idols. My game predictions: Idol sweep, Kings sweep, 5 Locos sweep, and Scared Hitless sweep. All right, I'm going to sign off here. Be sure to like and subscribe if you liked this live. That being said, it's John Kotsko 29 signing out, and have a good night, everyone, and enjoy your weekend.